Okay, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. We're going to be starting an interesting new verse today, inshallah. Remember the last one was Kulla amliku li nafsi naf'a wa la dharan ila ma sha'Allah, where Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam clearly, emphatically says that I do not have knowledge of the unseen. Only Allah Ta'ala has knowledge of the unseen. If I knew of the unseen, etc., then I would have averted evil from me, out of averted any calamities, out of amassed a lot of wealth for myself, etc. So I only have the information that Allah Ta'ala gave me. Nabi Sallallahu not alimul ghaib. Yes, Nabi Sallallahu had a lot of information, but that had come to him via Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. The only one that knows everything without any means is who? Is Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Right. So that was the essence of the last. That was the essence of the last ayah, that only Allah Subhanahu wa Taala have absolute knowledge and without means. Creation have knowledge. Nabi Sallallahu has the most knowledge of all the creation, but two things: his knowledge is not absolute. He does not know everything from time began till time will end. Yes, he had the most information. That's the first difference. And the second difference is his information was came through means. It came through Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. Are you with me? Right, read the next verse, inshallah. حملا خفيفا فمرت به فلما أثقلت دعوا الله ربهما لئن آتيتنا صالحا لنكونن من الشاكرين. Right. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. هو الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة. He is the one who created you. هو الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة. He is the one. خلقكم من نفس واحدة. He created you from one soul. وجعل منها. And he created from that one soul زوجها, its spouse. ليسكن إليها, so that he may get solace and peace from her. فلما تغشاها, when he covered her, حملت حملا خفيفا, she carried a small carrying, a light carrying. فمرت به, she continued like that. فلما أثقلت, and then when she became heavy, دعوا الله, she began calling out to Allah Ta'ala, ربهما, the Rabb of them two, لئن آتيتنا صالحا, that if you give us, لئن آتيتنا, for us, صالحا, healthy baby, لنكونن من الشاكرين, we will be from those who are thankful. So he is the one who created you from a single soul. So their main bombastic proof against evolution, right? Man never evolved from an ape or anything. Allah Ta'ala created you from one. هو الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة, right? And from him, يعني from the husband, from Adam alayhi salam, he created his wife so that he may find comfort in her. So when he covered her with himself, يعني, she carried a light burden and moved about with it. Thereafter, when she grew heavy, they both prayed to Allah Ta'ala, their Lord, if you bless us with a perfect child, we shall be amongst the grateful. So the next verse, what we're doing, verse 189, speaks of the most basic belief of Islam, that is Tawheed, and at the same time brings about the falsity of believing in one God, right? The previous verse, in the beginning of the verse, Allah Ta'ala says, Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, has mentioned the creation of Sayyidina Adam alayhi salam and Hawa alayhi salam, which was a manifestation of his perfect power. So Allah Ta'ala, the one creator, the one controller, the one maker, the one breaker, etc. He is the one who created you. He created Adam alayhi salam, and from Adam alayhi salam, he created Hawa alayhi salam. So the verse is, هو الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة. He's the one who created from one soul. وجعل منها زوجها, and he created from it زوجها, a spouse, ليسكن إليها, so that he may gain solace from her. Though this manifestation of Allah Ta'ala's great power should have made mankind more grateful to Allah Ta'ala, right? And they must have abstained from associating partners with Allah Ta'ala. So, witnessing the greatness of Allah Ta'ala, witnessing the qudrat of Allah Ta'ala, this is supposed to take us towards Tawheed, right? So, it would to stop us from associating partners to Allah Ta'ala. They must have abstained from associating partners with Allah, but negligence as they were, they acted differently. The neglectful attitude has been referred to in this verse and the next verse, right? So Allah Ta'ala speaks in the next verse about their negligence. So coming to this one, فَلَمَّا تَغَشَّى, when he covered her with himself, she carried a light burden and moved about with it. Thereafter, when she grew heavy, they both prayed. They both prayed to Allah Ta'ala, their Lord, you bless us with a perfect child, we should be amongst the grateful. So when Allah Ta'ala blessed them with a perfect one, they ascribe partners to him. That is to say, at the initial stage of pregnancy, the woman feels free to move about. So that is initially when the beginning stages of pregnancy, she can still move about freely. But later, when the fetus grows heavy in the womb, the parents are anxious about the unborn. They are not sure if they'll get a perfect child because there are occasions where a newborn child is not the normal child or is deaf, dumb, or blind. Having such apprehensions, they start praying for a perfect child and make promises with Allah Ta'ala to be grateful to Him if He favors them with a perfect child. Now, when Allah grants their prayers by giving them a normal and healthy baby, they ascribe partners to Allah Ta'ala. And thus the children and thus the children themselves become the source of their misguidance. It happens in a variety of ways. Sometimes they are misled by their false beliefs that the newborn is a gift of some holy God or some holy person, some holy or godly person. Sometimes they vote it to some living or dead person and start making offering in their names. Some people take the children to them and bow their head before them. Sometimes they involve themselves in shirk by naming their children like Abdullah, Abdul Uzza, Abdul Shams, etc. As right, indicating that these children have been created or gifted by these false gods. So initially, when they are in need, then what they do? Then the iman is strong. Then they believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? And etc. etc. But now, when the baby is born safely, etc. etc., now what happens? Now they are making shirk. Now they want to make offerings to gods, etc., etc. Okay, Manazim has come. We'll stop there. We'll continue tomorrow, inshallah. We'll do so. We finish the English. We'll do the Arabic tomorrow, inshallah. But subhanallah wa bihamdihi, subhanakallah wa bihamdihi, wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.
What's phone? You must learn also. You must learn how to do the most content. Yes, when talking to someone. Yes,